delighted to be on the farm of John Macnamara here in hospital in County Limerick. John, we'll start off by the hard question. Can you tell us a little bit about your farm here in Limerick?
Yes, Aisling, you're very, very welcome here this morning. I suppose, look, we're not different from a lot of farmers. I suppose, look, we've a dairy farm here in County Limerick, milking 220 cows. I suppose 75 adjusted hectares on the milking platform, and a further 30 hectares on an out farm that we use for heifers and calves. Look, we try to run a very simple, efficient operation, and we like to make it, I suppose, priority to have it enjoyable and try and have it profitable as well. Doesn't always work out like that, but I suppose we try to do as good as we can, and I suppose we're always trying to encourage the next generation as well, and it's great to see them coming up along now, and hopefully this is a farm that has been in our, I suppose, our generation for maybe 3 generations at this stage, and hopefully it can continue as a dairy farm going forward as well, Aisling.
Yeah, family plays a huge role on this farm, John.
Yeah, it's crucial, Aisling, and I think it was one of the reasons as well why we were, I suppose, lucky enough, honoured, if you like, to win the award this time last year. I suppose I would have, got that farming bug, I suppose, from my dad. He died maybe, 15 years ago at this stage, but he had a huge, I suppose, work ethic. He had a huge pride in what he used to do, and I suppose he had a huge pride in the farm and pride in actually keeping the place really clean, and I'm not sure we have it, at the level that he had it at, but we try to, I suppose, maintain the standards as good as we can. And I suppose now, it's my turn and Olivia's turn now to see, can we instill that, I suppose, back in our children now as well, that and it, like, it's not maybe even on the farming side, no matter what they go into, that they keep their workplace tidy and clean, because it's much easier to work there then.
Tell us about the cows here on the farm. Obviously, you're after winning a National Milk Quality Award, John, so the proof is in the pudding, as they say. Tell us about the herd here.
Yeah, so look, I suppose the spring calf and dairy herd, as I'd said, and then I suppose it's a mix of, Frisian, maybe with crossbred jerseys as well. So the thing is, we calve in February. We don't calve too early. We calve maybe 10th of February on. We dry off, mid-December, and we just kind of run it simple. Roughly like somewhere between 500 and 600 kilos of ration, maybe 450 to 460 kilos of solids. Look, the target would be maybe to slightly lower the ration. Target would be for more solids, but we don't go after the last couple of percent either, Aisling. We try to have it as good as we can. We try to plan it out, and if the weather catches us every now and then, so be it, I suppose. We try and do well when the weather's with us, and if we've to spend a bit extra or we lose a few solids when the weather goes against us, look, that's so be it. I think that's the nature of the game we're in.
It's been a tough year for grass, John. Tell us about the covers on this farm.
Yeah, Aisling, and I suppose not only this year was it tough, it followed in really from a very poor back end last year, and really put us under a lot of pressure, and no different than probably any other farmer in the country, and no different than any other farmer around here either. The spring really went very late, very difficult in the spring this year. Real challenge to try and get cows out to grass, and look, we didn't achieve anywhere near the targets that we were supposed to achieve. But look, once we got going, then again we got out, and we had to cut a few paddocks all right, in order to get them cleaned off at the start. But other than that, Aisling, the summer didn't go too bad for us, and I suppose we didn't really, the breeze was an issue, I suppose, all right, for a couple of weeks, but then I suppose we got a small drop of rain, it kept us going, and we wouldn't be as bad maybe as some places now. And today I think, we've a reasonably good growth rate over the last couple of weeks, maybe growing somewhere between 60 and 70 kilos a day, and we seem to be, we're short a small bit of our cover. We're back maybe 100 kilos and where we'd like to be at the moment, but it's not a real big issue for us. The weather is dry, Aisling, and we're much better at the minute than what we were even this time last year, because it got very wet at the end of last year.
Yeah, we're hoping for a better back end this year. John, how are you sorted for fodder? I know a lot of discussion around the country about this year.
Yeah, at the minute we still would be short, Aisling, on our budget. If we were working in maybe a 5 to 5.5 month winter. So look, hopefully it won't be as much as that. I suppose we have an extra load of straw in. So look, let's see, like that, it'll help us maybe to spare the silage a small bit, and that's really all we could do. We made as much silage as we possibly could. We're tight on our fertiliser. Our fertiliser, we're in derogation, so like our kilos of nitrogen is, I suppose, just over 200 kilos of nitrogen, so it's probably 180 of chemical plus 25 of add on 25 for the slurry, we'll say. So, we're kind of limited there, so we're really dependent on the grass to grow after that. And we have the advantage of a lot of reseeding done over the years, Aisling, and I think that has really helped us through this year as well.
You mentioned derogation there. I suppose sustainability, John, is a big buzzword in farming at the moment. What are you doing on this farm to make sure you're as sustainable as possible?
Yeah, sure, and it is the key word, Aisling. But I suppose, look, it's important probably to understand it as well, and how can we make sure that, that we have a farm, that's going to live on as well for the next, I suppose, 30, 40, 50 years, and probably hopefully longer. I suppose, look, we've lots of hedgerows planted over the last couple of years, Aisling. I suppose in Dad's time he would have been more taking them out. I'd say at this stage we probably have over 4 kilometres planted. I suppose especially down by the river and stuff, where we're leaving the margin by the river and stuff. And look, all the slurry goes out, probably 90% of it's going out in the springtime. All going out now, we'll say, with the dribble bar and stuff, and so and all our chemical nitrogen is protected urea. So look, I suppose, and where we've really improved, I suppose, in the last 2 years, and hopefully the farmers will get a chance to view this as well today, is the clover percentages in the swards. I suppose 3 years ago, actually, we had 0 clover. We're in a monoculture trial in Moore Park, we had 0 clover, and now I think we've up on 22% overall, and we've some paddocks over 40%, and I think it'll be interesting to see the farmers, what they think of that today and how we've progressed in that. And I suppose it'll give me an opportunity as well to know how can I drive that clover on more. So I suppose I'll be interested to hear from other farmers today as well.
Finally, what did it mean to yourself, Olivia, and your children to win this national NDC Kerrygold Quality Milk Award?
Yeah, I suppose, Aisling, it meant everything, to be quite honest with you, because it was the first time that my own family were involved. So Caoimhe, Padraic, Ailbhe and Conor, it was the first time that they were probably involved in winning something on the farm. I suppose I've been lucky enough over the years to win the Macro Young Farmer Award and to take the Grassland Award as well. And I suppose, look, this one was just that bit different. I suppose when we won this one as well, it was a big thing for the parish here in Caoimhe part as well, and we brought the cup down to the community centre in Caoimhe on the night we won, and like the place was mobbed, Aisling, and to be able to do that in your own local community, you hear about the GA teams, bringing the Lee McCarthy back and the Sam Maguire back and the captain bringing it back to their own parish, and I probably felt like that for that night when we brought it back to Caoimhe, and it was, a really brilliant feeling that'll, we'll never be probably, we'll always cherish it, and it'll never go out of my memory.